Since my Kizukwami 2 videos delayed again, and I'm hard at work at the Force Woods, December 10 live on YouTube if you want to watch it, I decided to make a quick little rant about something that probably half of you haven't heard about, Google Stadia. Now for all you 5-year-old Fortnite kids out there who don't know what in the world this is, it's basically a cloud gaming service where you can stream games on any device you have without having to connect a physical console, as long as you have a stable internet connection. Unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks, it was announced that Google Stadia will be shutting down just after 2 years. So what happened? Google Stadia seemed promising, well it's Google after all, but there are so many mindless problems that interfere with the service reaching its maximum potential. So let's find out in this mediocre video. Now first up on why it failed is what I think as lackluster advertising. When I first heard about Google Stadia, I thought it was a game console, but then later on, I found out it was a game cloud streaming service, which was concerning, because who knows what happened to everyone else who tried that idea. The pitch was confusing. I mean, it's not as clear if I'm gonna pay a monthly service, I have to buy a console, or I have to stream games from where. It was advertising 4K 60 FPS as its major selling point, but not knowing you were actually gonna pay for it. The advertising didn't even know what audience they were targeting. If it was for kids, a 40-year-old man, I don't know. Because it's crazy. Its features look cool. Being able to play something from a trailer and playing on any device, it's cool. It's really cool to find those. But those features were not even there at launch. They literally announced it at launch and didn't even put it in. Even the person who's making this thing is not even a gamer. He just plays FIFA 19. Holy, it's confusing. It didn't establish any sort of uniqueness for the service, and that's partly why it failed. Secondly, another thing I would like to talk about is the service itself. Being able to play on any device without having to plug anything sounds good on paper, but the execution is another story. So many people I've heard playing Stadia have at least multiple unstable connection issues with this, because it streams games. So if your internet sucks, you're gonna have a bad time even playing anything on it. It's almost unplayable, so it basically removes the term single player from single player games, because since you rely on the so-called cloud and the internet, it basically removes the purpose of no internet connection needed. And to play on a computer, you have to buy a Chromecast? Like, what's the point of making it cloud gaming? Just make it a console. Like, what? This thing costs $40. God damn. Half of the menus don't even work either, because half of any setting you use is only available in the mobile app. Thanks, Blizzard. Now thirdly, what is Stadia Pro? I find it silly and embarrassing and pointless to make you pay $11 a month, which is crazy, for the ability to play games at 4K 60 frames per second. What? You have to pay to use your 4K TV, and $11 a month for 4K? Now to be fair, yeah, you got some free games every month, which is cool if this was 2008, and the games that are in it is, let me ask you, if you would pay $11 a month for Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. This brings me to my next point, the games. Now surely the games can live up to its hype. No, it has one exclusive. One exclusive, which looks nice, sure, but one exclusive in 2 years? I mean, sure, maybe there's COVID, maybe that's why. So how many games were there when the console first released? It had 12. 12 games at launch. And it's all games we already played. Now it has slightly improved. 276 games are now on the service, half of them being complete garbage, because it seems like Google went to a store and said, give me all the games no one buys, and we end up with this library, with about 100 of them being Ubisoft games. Great. Well, can't wait to play Uno again for the 700th time. Now, the controller. To be honest, the doesn't even look that bad. I hear a lot of people bashing the controller, but to be honest, it does not look like it sucks. Yeah, it's a generic copy-paste Xbox controller with red paint all over it, but besides the point, I'm at least happy to not see another Dreamcast wannabe. Now, Google Stadia is shutting down, which many of you are gonna say, who cares? Google Stadia staged its own death from the start. And it's Google, the company that basically owns everything at this point. One of the biggest tech companies in the world could not crack the code of a game service. So the lesson here is, no matter how big as ballsy a company is, if you don't care about it, it won't succeed. And that's the end of another mediocre video / rant.